How's it going? Hey, just gonna do a quick video here on an automated water change system that I did for our monster tank we've got upstairs. It's a 300-gallon tank with running two FX6 fluval pumps in it and an aerator. Um, what the reason I wanted to do this one is not only show somebody how they could do an automated water change system. There's lots of videos out there, I'm sure. This is just how I've done mine. And I also recently ordered a chlorine test kit from Hannah, and came down out of Canada, and it's incredibly accurate. It measures in parts per billion, so most calculations for stuff are done in parts per million, so you can do the calculations yourself on an online converter or just figure it out. It's pretty easy. Anyway, the results came back. I tested my tap water today, and the tap water is got a fair amount of chlorine in it. It's at 5 ppm, which is obviously very toxic to fish. If 2 and 3 is toxic to fish, 5 certainly is. And obviously I became concerned because we've had some problems with our fish, and I needed to rule out some possibilities. So anyway, when I created this system, it seemed like a good idea, and it's been running flawlessly with no problems for over a year. And then I got this Hannah test kit and decided to actually test it out. And so I tested the tap water, like I said, came at 5. And then through the refugium, straight through my water change system, which goes through refugium, I'll show you in a second here. I just tested it with the same test equipment, and it came out at 0.001. And this is a cold water injection system. But I'll show you how I did it. So let me turn this around. So it's a pretty simple system, really. This is just simply a garden timer, and you can see right here, you just set right here, you just set how many minutes you want it to run, and then over here it's frequency. So right now, like, I'm running it every 12 hours, and it's currently set at a 15-minute run time, and that's it. Once you set those two knobs like you want, over here at the top, there's a button. You push that and a little light will come on, and there are directions up here that tell you all about it, and it will start the run. Now, the way I've done this is in our laundry room, and the fish tank is on the wall opposite, like upstairs right in there. So it was like a perfect opportunity. So what I did is I just knocked a hole in the wall right here, and you can see this line here is the output line, and this line here is the return line. And they come right down here to where the washing machine. So the overflow comes from the overflow from the tank, and it goes right down into there. And over here on the timer, it goes through a pressure regulator. This is a dig system made by Dig. Goes through a pressure regulator, and then from there it goes down into a 1/4-inch line, and it comes over to this thing that I made. This is a refugium I made out of PVC pipe, and the water line goes into the bottom of it down there. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it goes into the bottom of it. And then what it does is this refugium is full of activated carbon. So what I did is down at the bottom of the refugium down here, at the very bottom, I put some filter media down there, and then I filled it up with activated carbon, and then here's the output right here. So I put filter media up starting about here, and that way I don't have to worry about carbon pieces coming up and plugging the outlet right up here. And then it's got a drain clean out up here. So when you need to recharge it, you just unscrew this, dump it out, put new activated charcoal in. Now it ran for over a year with no problems at all. And down at the bottom down there, you see little jury-rigged Arizona jugs. So what that is that if this thing does leak, and you can see in the past before I kind of figured it out really well, it had been leaking. So I have a smaller return pump down there, and if it ever does leak, a little $3 return pump down there off of Amazon, and I just take the cord and I plug it in up here, and then it pumps the water out, which there's none down there, but it runs it up into the drain here as well. You can hear the pump, so it's not doing anything, but whatever. And that's that. Now I'll take you upstairs and show you how the second half works. Okay, so here's our 300-gallon tank and the water change system. I'll try to get it so you can see it. It's injecting right over there, and you can see the aeration that it's doing underwater. So it's blasting the water down, aerating very well, and that is set on 15 minutes like I showed. And there's some of our babies in here. So that's what it does. It basically injects the water in here and runs it like that for about 15 minutes is how I've got it set. You can run it however long you want. And of course, if you do have, you know, safe levels, realistically safe levels of chlorine in it, the dilution rate in this size of a tank is going to be negligible anyway. But just for a point of reference, this particular refugium that I made, it has obviously 0.001 chlorine coming out of it. So that's it. If you have any questions or comments about part numbers or anything like that on how to make this refugium or anything of the sort, be more than willing to help y'all out. Thanks. Bye.